Welcome to the Texas Air and Space Museum. For those of you who live in California or Guam or China, this will give you the opportunity to be able to see the Texas Air and Space Museum for what I was able to see of it. First, we have a shot of all kinds of badges that they were able to put on uniforms and stuff. There's more badges. This, if you'll notice right here, is in fact a wing of a one of the first airplanes that ever got off the ground, because this is actually cloth, and this framing that you're seeing right here is actually part of the plane. Here's the prop for the plane. Here's a set of wheels for that plane. The cockpit was up here. The picture didn't get any bigger than this simply due to the fact there was lack of room for the camera to zoom. Is that how you say it? Okay, this is an air balloon. There we go. Hot air balloon. And this right here is just a small demonstration of one. This is the basket itself that they rode in. This is the Challenger. Pictures of the people that were on the Challenger, the astronauts. This is a better view of the astronauts that were on the Challenger. If you remember right, the Challenger was the one that exploded in the middle of the entire country, the entire world watching it. It exploded in the sky. There are several YouTube videos about that. This is a better picture of the astronauts. If I'm not mistaken, that's Krista McCullough, the teacher. I don't remember all the others. I am not a space nut, so I didn't memorize all the people and what they did. But I'm sure there are videos out there that would go through that. This is a glider. There is no engine on this plane. They get the thing going up in the air. This, what you're seeing here, is a prop for this plane up here. This here is the glider. What you do on a glider is you get the thing airborne, and then you unhook the line from it, and it just basically glides through the sky. This is the one single wheel that this thing rides on the ground. This, for those of you who are electronically minded, is an O-scope radar. It's the first radar that was put in airplanes. This is, of course, one of the airships that left and came back, and this is the rocket booster that took it up there. Or I should say it's a facsimile thereof. There you go. Here's another junior airplane. Here's one about the Enola Gay. I don't remember a whole lot about it, but I'm pretty sure there are some videos out there that you can watch concerning that. Here is the co-pilot's ejection seat. The only thing wrong with my English is I'm trying to use it and it ain't dry yet. But this right here is what was in the plane and shot up in the sky whenever there was an accident. Here is a biplane. If I'm not mistaken, they said that biplane held a speed record in the sky, but I don't remember it exactly. It's been a minute since I was there. Shuttle stowage containers. This is the box that you open up and put things in for the container. This is a better view. Again, this is about the Challenger. They have a lot about what happened at the Challenger event. This is an upstairs room that is a model airplane buff's delight room to actually walk into. This is just one corner of all the miniature aircraft that they put together in this room. This is more or less what uniforms looked like back in, probably now I think. This is a better view of an officer's uniform. A lot of these I'm not going to explain who they are, because I'm sure if you zoomed in on it and looked them up, you would have all kinds of YouTube videos about them. But there's the picture. Picture of what an astronaut in training looked like. Another picture of stuff. I did not see that even on that first day, but there is in fact a swastika. There's another good picture. This is one of those where I would say you actually need to be there to see this, because it has a whole bunch of historical pictures in it. More about the Challenger. When you step outside, you look to your right, and this is what you see. It's an old Army airplane. This is, if I'm not mistaken, one of the later airplanes. You look to your left and you see these two planes. This is the later airplane that you can fly nowadays, if I'm not mistaken. This is the training plane that they used to take an astronaut up, and they would split the cockpit in half. One for flying the plane, and the other as if they were flying the NASA spaceship. This is a view inside that plane. This is where they split. This is the controls of bringing down the airship as it came down, returning from a space flight. And if he ran into trouble, somebody was over here on this side to fly it like a regular airplane and bring it down. This was their training airship. This is the view of the upper part of that same training vessel. Step back a little ways, and this is what you look at, because there's the steering wheel of the regular airplane. And if I'm not mistaken, that, yeah, the whole thing about this Air and Space Museum is it's a picturama. It shows you a whole lot of stuff inside, and literally shows you 3 planes on the outside. This is the one that's the most interesting. The reason why that says NASA on the tail is because this was an actual NASA training airplane. They took the astronauts up, I believe one at a time, I'm not sure, and somebody would fly the plane, get it to where it's supposed to go, and then switch the electronics over to where they would shut the engines off and have the astronaut land the plane as if he were landing the space vessel. We're just going through these. See, the Air and Space Museum, as I said, is a picturama. It's a place that is mainly pictures and some things about the past. Some pretty interesting, when I walked into this room, I started drooling because of the planes that were hanging from the ceiling. I'm just going through these one more time to see this. The building itself looks like an aircraft hangar because it's at an airport. You would not know that this building exists. And this area back here is the same size of an area that an aircraft would be pushed into, and that you could service 1, 2, maybe 3 aircraft in that area. It's because of that that you're able to see such big planes. in here is because this is an aircraft hangar. If it hadn't been for the guys that we stepped outside to see, you almost wouldn't know this place existed. But it is full of great memorabilia, mainly of pictures. Again, this is the Texas Air and Space Museum in Amarillo, Texas. Thank you. When is what visit?
Oh, she was saying that she was visiting the kids, wanting money, and I'm not going to give her the money.
Go figure.
Yeah.
I need some cash. Bark it up. Huh?
No.
I do not have a taste for people like that.
I was just turning this off.
I was fixing to plug it back in.
No, I was getting rid of her.
Why is it that... Does she know you're retired?
Yeah.
Then where are you going to get a dime from? I've told her that before. Where are you going to get a dime from? Okay, I'm going to post this and then take these out. Do you need anything?
Nope.
Okay. Over here. B. Studio. Upload. SD card. Camera. Well, it's supposed to be here. And sell.